Chicago Park 4-H. 5th place, Nathaniel Ward, Rough and Ready 4-H. 6th place, Matthew Durham, Chicago Park 4-H. 7th place, Joseph Randall, Meadowlarks 4-H. And 8th place, Caden Holmer from Meadowlarks 4-H. Now in the ring is Class 1 of the 4-H Senior Swine Showmanship Competition. Attention swine exhibitors, I need Class 2 4-H Senior Swine Showman to the ringside, please. Class 2 4-H Senior Showman, please bring your pigs to the ringside. I need Cameron McIntyre and Megan Guerin to please bring their pigs to the ringside, please. Cameron McIntyre and Megan Guerin.
Well, we've made it into our senior division here in the 4-H showmanship, and definitely been fun throughout. I'm looking forward to working through the final round of these senior guys. Definitely got an age group where the kids should be able to get their pig in front of me. Kids should be able to demonstrate some control. I've went ahead and pinned the top 4 in this round that are going to get to come back, but the 4 that are left out here still do a really good job and put out a good effort as far as trying to keep their pig towards the center of the ring. A couple of them I'd like to see them work on just being a little more aggressive. I think if you get on your pig's head more, you want to keep that whip right towards the side of your pig's head at all times. That way you're able to control that thing. You're able to get, if the pig wants to get away from you, your stick's right there. You can stop them, you can turn them, you can get them back towards the center of the ring. Some of these pigs that want to walk fast, like our young lady with the cane off to my right, your pig's just really fast moving, and the only thing you can really do is try and keep that stick right there in front of her face and prevent her from getting too far away from you. Certainly are out here putting out a good effort. Let's give these 4 individuals a hand as they go back to their pins.
Senior showmanship class 2.
June swine exhibitors, immediately following the showmanship competition, we're going to start the pictures, and we're going to go in opposite order that we weighed. So we're going to start at this corner right here and work our way down each aisle. So make sure you don't leave when the showmanship competition is over. Hang out, make sure you get your picture done. Thank you.
This is our second final round here in the senior 4-H showmanship. And definitely another good group of kids. I went ahead and picked four that we're going to go ahead and reevaluate here for our champion round. But one individual who was really close to getting is our young man with the blue stick over here off to my right with the belted barrel. You do a really nice job, and you have a really well presented kick. I want to see you just keep that thing moving just a little bit more. I think if you're just a little more aggressive with it, you're able to get it moving a little faster. You can be right in front of me the entire time. Our young man with the white pig over there that's vocalizing a little bit, you definitely are putting out a great effort, and that's all you can do at that point when your pig just decides to quit on you. Certainly commend you for doing so, and congratulations to you for doing that. Our young lady with our black pig off here to my left with the blue whip, you also put out a good effort with your pig. I want to see you just in the center of the ring a little bit more if you can. You look like you really can control that pig. Just be a little more aggressive. There's only so much time in showmanship to show me that you got what it takes to make it to the next round. You did a nice job as well. Let's give these kids a hand as they exit the ring.
This is the final round of 4-H senior swine showmanship.
Well, what a really impressive group of 4-H showmen. Let's put our hands together. These kids do a really very good job. And it's actually, I just asked them all a bunch of questions. It's really impressive the knowledge the kids have. You can tell that they're the ones out there taking care of their projects, and you know, I'm sure the parents help, but there's no doubt the knowledge the kids have. You can tell they're the ones out there doing the work, and that's really fun to see. Really an impressive group all the way throughout. I'll talk about 8th place first. That's our young man down here off to my left in this pen closest to me. You do a really solid job, and I want to see you just be a little more aggressive, I think. I think if you work on that next year, your pig's well presented. You can tell you've cared for him really well, done a great job in those aspects. I think if you're just a little more aggressive, stay a little bit closer up on his head, you'll be able to control him just a little bit better. You'll be able to get him out here more towards the center of the ring. When we came back out for that final heat, he just wanted to kind of run on you, and really the only thing you can do is just stay up on his head the best you can, prevent him from getting to the corners, and you certainly put out a great effort, so I commend you for that. Our young man in 7th place with the Blue Bud pig, really an outstanding job, and I really like your intensity. I think you've got a really you just look like you want to come out here and win, and you're really intense. You have a great look when you get that pig going. That pig is a fast sucker. He really wants to run on you, and I think at times you're maybe just a little bit too whip happy, where when you hit him to turn him, all it did was scare him more, and he wanted to run more. And so I think maybe if you just tone it down a bit, I know you had to run and had to kind of be fast paced to keep up with the pig. But I think maybe just tone it down just a little bit, and I think you'll be able to calm him down more, and hopefully get him more towards the center as is our goal. Our 6th place individual young man with the red spotted barrel over there, congratulations to you as well. Let's give him a hand. He did a good job in this round, and I'll tell you what landed you down there in 6th was you just maybe just kept a little more distance than I would have liked to have seen. As I was really evaluating these top 4 and 5 individuals, you were just kind of the furthest away. There was a couple of times you got in and behind me, and I got to get really picky on the top end, because everybody out here is really good, really skilled at what they're doing. That's what landed you down there, but a good job to you as well. And then our 5th place young lady over there, you were very impressive to watch, and to be honest, I thought you'd be out here in our top 4. Well, what happened to you was that pig just kind of wanted to quit and run on you, and it happened 2, maybe 3 times there towards the end. And you got off to the side for a minute. You got the pig back under control and were able to get her back out. But it was just enough to where, the other 4 out here, just a little bit more consistent as far as keeping their pigs out here. The only thing I can tell you for advice is just do the best you can. Don't let them get there. If you can prevent them from getting to the sides and to the fence, that's going to be the best way of handling that situation. But a really outstanding job. Talk about the top 4 very impressive individuals out here in no particular order. Our young man to my right with the white gilt that just won that last round of showmanship. You do an outstanding job, and my favorite thing about you is just how well that animal's presented, and also how good you are at showing the different angles of the pig. That's what made you do so well in our last round. Really just everything about you looks very professional, very high quality, outstanding job. If I'm going to criticize you in this round, that pig learned at the end of the last round of showmanship that it wants to fight, and it's continued to do so out here 2 or 3 different times, and that's when we get onto this really high level of showmanship, you can't let that happen. You got to prevent that from happening. So that's one of my biggest criticisms. Aside from that, I love everything about the way you show. I think you're doing an outstanding job. Our young man with the red spotted barrel over here in the green whip, you do a great job, and I think that the reason you're still out here is you just are able to control that pig at a very high level. That pig has been out here for a long time. He's not tired at all. He's still doing. He's with your program. He's moving where you want him to go. You have great control over that pig. Now, I'd like to see you work on showing me the different angles of him just a little bit more. I'm pretty much seeing just the side view. But and the other thing I'd like to see you do is just be a notch more aggressive, maybe as far as bending down, a little more intense, a little more eye contact. That's being very critical of a job well done, because that pig has been, just consistent as can be as far as being in front of me. So certainly commend you for that. Our young lady that did so well in our junior showmanship round, directly in front of me. You do a great job, and you come back out here, and I got to admit, I'm impressed at how much endurance that pig has. This pig's been through the ring all day today, and still isn't tired, still is just working with you, just as good as he was the second you entered the ring a couple hours ago. So I certainly appreciate that. We talked about you in the last round, about how good you were at showing the different angles of the pigs. If I'm going to be really, really critical, there's one thing that you do that's just a little bit, I want to see you change. And when you turn your pig sometimes, you get in between me and the pig. Just when you're turning, just for a second. But it's enough to where if you're in a really, really, competitive round, you want to, we got to be really picky here. That's one little tiny flaw I want to see you change. But other than that, I really love the way that pig's going at the correct pace the entire time. You show all the different angles. I can definitely tell that pig's been worked with lots and lots and lots. Then we have our young lady with the blue butt pig and the black whip here. And you've been very consistent this entire time also. I really like the way the pig's presented. She's extremely well presented. She's been working very well for you the entire time. You've been very consistent as far as keeping your pig in front of me. I think that if I'm going to be a little critical of you, you maybe haven't shown me the different angles of the pig quite as much as I would have liked to have seen. You've done it 2 or 3 different times. I want to see you do it a little bit more. It's being really, really critical. But all 4 of these kids out here do a great job, and honestly, it comes down to personal preference. All 4 of them are just outstanding. I think we have 4 different judges. You might have 4 different class winners. In my mind, the young lady that's going to win, the young lady with the blue butt right there. Congratulations. Second right here is the young lady in front. Third is our young man in the red spot. Fourth right here.
Nevada County Farm Supply has been part of the agricultural scene since 1993. Their staff consists of a certified crop advisor, licensed pest control advisor, and irrigation auditor. In Penn Valley, they have a full-service nursery with over 500 varieties of plants and garden enhancements. In Grass Valley, they have a warehouse full of soil amendments, fertilizers, and nutrients. Nevada County Farm Supply, powerful knowledge and innovative solutions. Grass Valley Hay and Feed Supply is dedicated to the health of your pets and livestock. They offer the top brands of nutrition and carry the complete line of products from Bar Ale and Purina animal feeds along with Diamond and Canaday. They carry rice and wheat hay bales for your gardening needs, as well as alfalfa, grass hay, and grain for your livestock. It's Grass Valley Hay and Feed Supply, supporting Nevada County agriculture since 1992.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Attention to the swine barns. I need Class 1 of grade gilt to please come ringside. Class 1 grade gilt, please come ringside.
We'd like to welcome our judge today. He grew up in Minden, Nevada, showing and breeding show pigs, attended Modesto JC College, managed the swine unit for 2.5 years, and was on the livestock judging team. From there, moved to Nebraska and worked full-time for a 200-sow show pig operation while attending the University of Nebraska, and is currently the manager of all.Thanks show pigs. Let's give a big round of applause for Russell Pedret.
in the ring is Class 2 registered gilts. Class 2 registered purebred gilts.
Well, welcome back to the big show this afternoon, folks. And we went around this morning. We had a really good showmanship competition for both the 4-H and FFA side of things. So I'm really looking forward to working through not only the breeding show that we've got going on right now, but as well as the market show that we have coming up. What we've got in the ring right now is the registered gilt division, and it's my understanding these are our only 2 entries. For those of you around ringside that maybe aren't as familiar with the breeds of pigs, the red pig out here is what's called a Duroc, and the young lady's black pig over there is a Berkshire, and both of them are registered purebred animals. It's my preference to you go ahead and start with the young lady's Duroc. She'll be your champion purebred registered gilt. Let's give her a big hand. She brought us a really nice project. Congratulations to you. Just as you study the gilt, she's just one that is very, I think she could withstand a lot of competition. She's very balanced, very complete kind of a gilt. Really sound and good on her feet and legs. As you study her skeleton, she's square built coming at you and going away. She's very square from the ground all the way on up throughout her skeleton, and yet she's still wide. She still possesses some depth of body and really just has a very functional look about her. Our young lady's Berkshire is going to be our reserve champion. Congratulations to you as well. You brought a really nice project to the fair. Berkshire's just not as compared to the Duroc, she's just not nearly as powerful or as wide in terms of the way she's built. You do have to really admire her heaviness of structure and how much center body she brings forth. She looks like she's going to be a nice functional project for the young lady as well. Let's give them both a big hand.
So the results of Class 2 gilts, purebred registered animals, first place and champion goes to Brianna Cebollero for Nevada Union FFA, and second place and reserve champion goes to Jeannie King from Chicago Park 4-H. Now on the ring is Class 1 graded gilts. Class 1 graded gilts. Attention swine exhibitors. I need all exhibitors in Class 2 of graded gilts. Please bring your hogs ringside. Class 2 graded gilts, please come ringside.
Who's gonna win? The one that faces ours that was your pick, I bet. Fish for it goes.
I did not realize like I've been like famous now. my pig. I'm not
You just gotta set up this thing. That comes my truck.
You have an upset stomach from your ride. Plus your
It's gonna ride.
At least you don't get heartburn.
game partner.
That's exciting. Do you like the rides?
Yeah, but no one want to go on the way.
Well, you guys have an auction amount of people. Was Alex with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So it's four.
Did
A lot of those rides are set up for four.
Did you guys go to
I don't really care. Yeah. Like I had to fold my
So what we've got in the ring now is our first grade guild class, or what a lot of people would call crossbred guild class, and the difference in what we just judged, the last class we just judged with the purebred registered guilds, is now what we've got in the ring are animals that are not registered and are in fact a crossbred of two or more different breeds of swine. So these are a lot more common anymore in the show pig industry. Grade guilds and commercial guilds, there's a lot more of these than what there is number-wise in terms of registered guilds. So just for those of you who are on ringside that are watching and maybe wondering those things, I felt like the quality was very good, and it took me a little while to line them up because I think it's a very deep class, and in particular, these top 3 or 4 I think are really, really strong. That being said, I think that we have a really nice place to start the class, and that's with our young lady off to my right here with the belted gilt. She'll be a class winner. Congratulations. I think as you study the gilts, if you study them from a skeleton standpoint, this young lady's gilt just has the best skeleton in her. She's built the best. As you study it from the ground up, she's the squares coming at you, the squares coming away from you, and that's truly where she excels the rest of the class, is in her feet and legs. She's study her from the side. She's a tall fronted gilt. She's heavy structured. She's got some muscle shape. She's got a really nice profile and proportions really well when you study her from the side. I don't think she's maybe quite as shapely or quite as powerful as a couple of the other ones in terms of just sheer muscle mass, but she doesn't need to be. We're evaluating a breeding guild show, so I think she suits our class very, very well, and it's a nice place to start. Our second place guild is going to be the blue butt that's directly in front of me. And the young lady brings us another very just really balanced, proportional kind of a guild. In a breeding guild from a breeding guild standpoint, we don't need to have tons and tons of muscle shape. All these guilds out here are definitely guilds that bring forth muscle shape, they bring forth width, they all have enough of those categories. So what we really need to analyze these hogs on is their feet and legs. I think the young lady's blue butt is the next best in terms of the way she puts her skeleton together. I'd like this here to level, a notch leveler from her right there behind her shoulder blade just a little bit. Sorry, I'll get a little closer. And relative to our class winner, I don't think she's quite as stout or quite as wide coming and going, but is also a very nice guild. Third place guild is going to be the little one that's off to my right here, and the young lady does a nice job showing her as well. I think that from a size standpoint, obviously she's not as big, but that's really not a concern. You can tell she's just younger. She's really a wide skeleton, heavy muscle kind of a guild. My concern with her, she wants to get a little more down on her pasterns. I didn't read her as being quite as square going away from you in terms of her base width there, but is also a very nice guild. Our fourth place guild, the young lady's heavy muscle guild in the center of the ring. Also a very nice guild. From the ring side, I'm sure this guild looks very impressive. She's one of the more extended made kind of guilds. She maybe is the most expressively muscle guild in the entire class. It's when you get in behind her where she disappoints you. She wants to narrow up at her base and maybe not square up in her hop quite as well as a few of the other ones that are placed above her. You can let the fifth place guild on out. That's the young lady's belted guild over there. She's one that, relative to the 4 that placed above her, I didn't see her as having as much width coming through her chest floor. She also wants to narrow up, going away from you just a bit, but it's still a nice guild. Yep. Right. These are E1. Right. Yeah. But at any rate, our fifth place guild comes out. She's still a nice guild in terms of body and heaviness of structure. Not quite as wide as a couple of the other ones that place above her. Sixth place guild coming out is the young lady's white guild coming out there. Compared to the pigs that place above above her, just not as much width, not as much mass as a few of the other ones. You have to definitely really appreciate the levelness of design that she has, soundness of skeleton as well. As we get on down into 7th, 8th, 9th place gilts, gilts that are still made really well. We've got some gilts that have some muscle shape, maybe just not quite as wide or as big bodied as some of the ones that place above them, but still should be nice projects for the kids on down the road. Let's give them a big hand.
Their football stadium's not fun. It'll be a quarterback.
Now in the ring is Class 2 grade gilt. Class 2 grade gilt.
But I mean, it's nice. It's actually.
Campus is not bad.
Oh, and there's. It's actually flat. It's actually got big. They've like made like big and nice boulevard looking things. It was a good white part.
And I need the top 4 exhibitors from Class 1 of graded gilts to please come to the ringside.
I need to like more people.
Top 4 exhibitors from Class 1 of graded gilts, please come back to the ringside.
I'm gonna be here. You could have stayed the night at my house. I asked her. She said no. I just really wanted to. I live in Penn Valley, so you have more time. It's like the town's off of the highway. Just off the highway. In Penn Valley.
Macy Lavalier, Bear River FFA, please bring your hog to the ring now. Macy Lavalier, Bear River FFA.
Well, our second grade class here, and again, another very nice class. I think we have a really good individual to start the class with, and that's the young lady with the purple whips, belted gilt here. I think just a really solid hog. Congratulations. As you study the gilt, she just excels in terms of being heavy structured, a white-made gilt that's still really square coming and going. She's got a really nice look to her. She's got lots of muscle shape, but she has that in a package that looks like it's going to be pretty functional. I think a really nice place to start the class. Our second place individual, young man's belted gilt here, or a black-headed gilt, excuse me. She's one that, relative to our class winners, no doubt a longer body gilt that comes in a bigger package from a frame standpoint. I think she also may be just a notch heavier structure. This gilt's really heavy bone when you really analyze her. She's not as wide coming and going. She's a gilt that wants to get a little bit flatter centered and maybe just not quite as doesn't open up with quite as much rib shape, but still a very nice gilt in our second spot. Our third place gilt comes out. Young man's belted gilt over there, and she perhaps brings forth a notch more center body and rib shapes than the gilt that places directly above her. I don't read her as being quite as heavy structured or maybe just quite as square and true off both ends of her skeleton as the two that place above her, but she still should be a nice functional gilt for the young man's breeding project. Our fourth and fifth place gilts are the young lady's red spotted gilt and the belted gilt over there in the corner. And as they come out, you definitely have to admire their mobility, level made kind of gilts that are sound off both ends of their skeleton. Maybe not quite as stout in their makeup or as wide coming and going, but gilts that should still hopefully be good projects for the kids. Let's give these 5 exhibitors a big hand.
Currently in the ring is the champion drive for champion and reserve champion grade female.
I didn't get it. How do you?
Remember, like fairy tales and power of love. I thought it was gonna be fun.
Attention exhibitors, I need Jeannie King to bring her pig to the ringside. Jeannie King, please bring your pig to the ringside.
Has that ever happened, Liz? He gets a second look at the hog.
Attention swine exhibitors, I need class 1 of FFA market hogs weighing 200 to 224 pounds. Please bring your pigs to ringside. Class 1 FFA market hogs weighing 200 to 224 pounds. Please come to the ringside.
First and second set, there was 10 passes, and they screwed up. Instead of just keeping 10 seconds in the pen, the first out, so the judge would not have screwed up. They didn't do it. And they put it all in. And that state here 2 years ago, first and seconds lined up on the sheet, and they screwed up in defense to put the second line in. The first line up, right reverse across the line, and on the second, and he picked that line for the champion. They had to go back to the books and change.
I've always thought of that too.
Oh, what if you did good test? Oh, okay, maybe I
Yeah, right.
we ended up going to.
You're watching the champion drive for the selection of the champion and reserve champion graded females.
Well, let's give our prospect Gilt exhibitors a big hand. We've got a really nice group of kids out here, and more importantly, or just as important, a good group of pigs as well. We've already talked about all the pigs in their respective classes. I think what we've got out there in the ring represent our top four, or our best four grade gilts here at the fair this year. I think all four of them are really really neat in terms of just, I think they can all go home and hopefully make good breeding projects for the kids. I think the kids can all go home and hopefully breed them to a good boar and make something that they can be competitive with at the fair next year. For me, for a champion, it becomes a relatively close decision between the two gilts directly in front of me right here. I think both of them bring forth a great deal of quality in terms of just the way they're built. When you study their feet and legs, these gilts are the most exceptional in that category. They're square built, they're wide, they're heavy structured. I think one of them just offers a notch more in terms of extension, in terms of height at the point of the shoulder. Maybe just offers just a notch more in terms of just a more functional look to me, and I think is really a pretty exceptional individual. Let's give her a hand. This young lady right here has got the champion. there, the reserve champion Gilt, our young lady with the purple whip Gilt over there, congratulations to you as well. And our third place is going to be the blue blood Gilt, the young lady's little one, he'll be fourth. Congratulations, guys.
Currently in the ring is the Supreme Champion Drive. This is for the selection of the Supreme Champion Female and the Reserve Supreme Champion Female breeding swine. The Supreme Champion Female will also win a plaque that is donated in loving memory of Bob Robinson. So let's please have a round of applause for our sponsors.
What is it?
I said Taylor and Alex.
There's this one kid and I was like, you're showing tour. What are you doing? I think I
Well, out here in the ring, we have our champion drive for the entire breeding Gilt show, and it's we haven't had tons of numbers, but the quality's been very, very good. I think we've got two registered Gilts out here that represent the registered division really, really well, and I think the same thing can be said for the crossbreds. I think it really becomes a pretty close decision in terms of selecting the champion overall. We talked about the Duroc in terms of how special she was, just because she's really a very nice made, really balanced kind of a Gilt. You have to appreciate the extension, skeletal extension that she has, and yet she does so while being very attractive, being very mobile, and square up both ends. You get her out here and compare her to the crossbred Gilts, who both offer the same things in terms of being level and correct and good design. I think the crossbreds have more power. I think they're heavier structured. I think they're wider built, and you would expect that out of the crossbred division. The Duroc, no doubt, is very exceptional for a purebred. I think today, though, the power and the added extras of the crossbreds kind of overcome the Duroc. The crossbreds will be champion in reserve. Congratulations, guys.
And the results for our Supreme Champion breeding female. Supreme Champion female is Brianna Caballero from Nevada Union FFA. And the Reserve Supreme Champion female of the Junior Breeding Show is Kari Jarvis from Nevada Union FFA. We're now going to start our market division, and we're going to start off with FFA Market Hogs, Class 1, weighing 200 to 224 pounds.
Do you know this guy? Just kidding.
He showed up at our house at like 3 o'clock in the morning and we just told him, you know, we heard the farm park. And I knew that they were coming from Nevada to get pigs. I was just going to look at it, here's this pig at the park. And this woman was sleeping in the sun next to his bed. We got there so they drove over here so sad. We spent all day.
Grass Valley Hay and Feed Supply is dedicated to the health of your pets and livestock. They offer the top brands in nutrition and carry the complete line of products from Bar Ale and Purina animal feeds along with Diamond and Canaday. They carry rice and wheat hay bales for your gardening needs, as well as alfalfa, grass hay, and grain for your livestock. It's Grass Valley Hay and Feed Supply, supporting Nevada County agriculture since 1992. Nevada County Farm Supply has been part of the agricultural scene since 1993. Their staff consists of a certified crop advisor, licensed pest control advisor, and irrigation auditor. In Penn Valley, they have a full-service nursery with over 500 varieties of plants and garden enhancements. In Grass Valley, they have a warehouse full of soil amendments, fertilizers, and nutrients. Nevada County Farm Supply, powerful knowledge and innovative solutions.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Be sure to join us each week right here on NTTV Channel 11 at 6:30 to 7:30, and of course on our YouTube channel, The Food and Farm Show.